Live nighttime racing at Los Alamitos is in swing every Saturday and Sunday with action-packed thoroughbred racing and thrilling quarter-horse racing every night. And as always, Los Alamitos features night racing's best bets, like our early and late pick fours. Last Sunday night, the early pick four pool was nearly $190,000, while the late pick four had a pool of nearly $180,000. And remember, Los Alamitos still offers the $10,000 pick six promo on Sunday nights if there's not a carryover. Our total pick six pools average over $60,000 each racing night. Enjoy the best of daytime simulcast racing at Los Alamitos with luxury-filled indoor seating locations in the beautiful Vessels Club. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. Plus, we have the fun and convenient Burgart Sports Bar with a large wagering area and wall-to-wall big-screen TVs. We're all about the horse players. It's a new meet at Los Alamitos, but great racing is always here. Saturday and Sunday nights at Los Alamitos.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Born from the tragedy of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to helping our nation's heroes and their families in their darkest hours. When a first responder or veteran doesn't return home and leaves behind a young family, Tunnel to Towers supports them. The foundation pays off their mortgages and lifts their financial burdens through their Gold Star Family Home Program and Fallen First Responder Home Program. Through their Smart Home Program, catastrophically injured veterans and first responders regain their independence with a mortgage-free home, specially adapted to meet their unique physical needs. Tunnel to Towers also provides housing assistance and services to our nation's homeless veterans through their Homeless Veteran Program. They are helping more than 2,000 in 2023 because no veteran should be living on the streets of the country they signed up to protect. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good and never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices made by our nation's heroes. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Celebrating over 2 decades of consecutive broadcasts on the great game of horse racing in Las Vegas, the Race Day Las Vegas show thanks all of our listeners and sponsors for your appreciated support.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning.
Las Vegas radio program for this cold Saturday morning here in Las Vegas, getting ready for the NFL Wild Card weekend in our sports book, getting ready for some points to be handed out in Kentucky Oaks and racing at Aqueduct, and a whole lot of racing, great racing as well. Got Cal Cup Day at Santa Anita, a full rack of racing. So, without any further ado, we get right into happening here in the races. Happened yesterday.
Thank you. And so for those folks who are, those folks who know how to read lips, I'm just going to repeat what I just said with the microphone mute button off. Now it's on. Good morning. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program. It's a cold, cold day here in Las Vegas. Maybe that's what froze up my mind here for a minute. But in any case, 28 degrees right now outside. We're going to get up to the low 50s. That's going to be the high for the rest of the week. We don't get into the 60s until like late in the next week. So it's cold out. I mean, it's more than a jacket weather. It's coat weather. But it's always fast, firm, and perfect here in Las Vegas and in the South Point Hotel Casino, where we are in the South Point Studios in the South Point Hotel Casino, right here on the fabulous Las Vegas Strip. We welcome you to the show on this Saturday. And again, I will repeat what I said when the mic was off. We have a great day of racing out there. We've got the NFL Wild Card Weekend going on in our sports book. We got some Kentucky Oaks points up for grabs in the Basanda out at Aqueduct, and of course the Cal Cup today in California. We got a coast-to-coast pick five. Got a lot of great stuff happening here in the book, that's for sure. Want to remind everybody out there too that the sports books here at in the South Point will feature showing all of the wild card games complete, all of the games here. So if those people out there, for you who are Kansas City fans, don't want to pay that admission fee, so to speak, to subscribe to Peacock to get the game tonight, the Kansas City game tonight, don't worry about it. Come on down to the South Point. You can get a beer or two, sit down and enjoy it, make a little bit on the bet. You'll see the game live and in person here at the sportsbook here at the South Point. Just wanted to make that everybody well aware of that. A lot of great stuff happening on the show today. We got Jonathan Hardoon. He got a little bit of a soapbox going on at. We're going to get Jonathan there, and of course we'll have John Lendo going over, giving us his thoughts about the Cal Cup stakes races today at Santa Anita, and of course Rich Eng will be along. We'll get a pick or two from the pigskin on him as well, and of course Jerry Jackowitz with his usual picks at the end of the show, and looking at what happened yesterday around the country at Aqueduct yesterday. Remember, they had those carryovers at Aqueduct yesterday in the late pick five that covered races 4 through 8. In the late pick five, first horse out of the box was the longest shot on the board, winning that, paying $28.40. Again, they had an $8.80 winner, a $9.10 winner. That $9.10 winner in the sixth race, courtesy of Jerry Jackowitz selection, and Jerry Jackowitz had a reverse play there. He and both Jonathan picked the horse that ran second in the race, Big Engine, but one of Jerry's link-ups did hit, so you got that reversed exacta that paid $18.40. Then the seventh race winner was a $10 winner, and the eighth and final was $8.60. You put them all together, the pick five, with all that carryover money in it, paid $3,817.50. The big payoff was the early pick five with no carryover in it. That thing paid $6,543.25. However, 2-day carryover at Aqueduct in the pick six. Nobody had the six yesterday either. Nobody had six. So that carries over into today. The fives were worth $453.50 there. Gulfstream Park yesterday. Well, if you like favorites, you got them yesterday at Gulfstream, because out of the 9 races yesterday at Gulfstream Park, the highest price payoff was $8.80 that happened in the 7th race. A lot of them were the prohibitive, as we call them, filthy favorites winning at Gulfstream yesterday. Irad and Jose Ortiz both had a couple wins apiece. So did Luis Saez and Paco Lopez. So 4 jockeys win 2 races apiece on the 9-race card yesterday at Gulfstream. Santa Anita, remember in the first race yesterday at Santa Anita, we had 3 handicappers land in the first race. Jerry J had Avantap, John Lendo had Red Diamonds, and Rich Eng had Northeast Star. In the end, Avantap won the race, paid $9.20. Northeast Star ran second, and John Lendo's horse got photoed out of the 3rd position. We'd have had a Siraco trifecta box if that horse would have ran second. He ran 4th. So our handicappers ran 1st, 2nd, and 4th. Jerry gets the exacta as well with his key horse and a link up in 2nd place. That paid $13.30 out of that first race at Santa Anita. Pick 4, late pick 4 at Santa Anita paid $4,766.15. The late pick 5 paid $13,590.20. And we want to thank Jonathan Hardoon, who came up big yesterday. He had the winner of that last race that paid $1,540 that gave those prices and the pick 4 and pick 5 a big shake there. $1,540 winner from Jonathan Hardoon in the last race. And Jonathan texted me moments after the race, and all he could say is, man, I'm glad that finish line came up just in the nick of time. There was a fast-closing horse, but he didn't get there, so we'll get the win. That was Antonio Fresu's second win of the day. Joel Rosario had a couple of wins on the card yesterday at Santa Anita as well. And at Oaklawn Park, highest priced winner yesterday at Oaklawn Park was $17.60. That happened in the first race. So that was a little bit of what happened yesterday, but we got a lot going on today. Got to tell you about something, though, that happened on Thursday. This happened Thursday at Penn National. On Thursday at Penn National, a rare occurrence happened on the track. Crazy Legs Hirsch and My Redemption wound up in a win-dead heat. Well, that's not so unusual, is it? It is when they're owned and trained by the same person. Because of the separate interests, because of the separation of entries at Penn National, like they do in Southern California, these two weren't hooked up in any entry. So they hit a dead heat for the winner, the trainer, a rarity, that's for sure. The placing judges couldn't split the two after examining the photo finish, so they both got the win. Same owner, same trainer. And if you're just wondering how infrequent this happens, well, according to blood horse statistics, this marks just the 10th time that this has happened in racing across the country this century. So that's how rare that was. Just give you a little insight on what's going on there. Okay, we got a lot to cover today, so we're going to get right to it. We're going to go to our first break. Remember, Jonathan Hardoon standing by, John Lendo, Rich Eng, and, of course, Jerry J., and your racing menu as well. As far as the weather across the country, it's cold, it's miserable, there's snow, there's rain, there's sleet, there's all sorts of weather out there that's bad. So when you get to the menu, remember, we have not seen any cancellations up to this time, but don't be surprised if there's a lot of cancellations in those areas where it's just frigid cold and certainly snowy as well. We'll be right back. Don't go away on this Saturday Race Day Show.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Live nighttime racing at Los Alamitos is in swing every Saturday and Sunday with action-packed thoroughbred racing and thrilling quarter horse racing every night. And as always, Los Alamitos features night racing's best bets, like our early and late pick fours. Last Sunday night, the early pick four pool was nearly $190,000, while the late pick four had a pool of nearly $180,000. And remember, Los Alamitos still offers the $10,000 pick six promo on Sunday nights if there's not a carryover. Our total pick six pools average over $60,000 each racing night. Enjoy the best of daytime simulcast racing at Los Alamitos with luxury-filled indoor seating locations in the beautiful Vessels Club. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. Plus, we have the fun and convenient Burgart Sports Bar with a large wagering area and wall-to-wall big screen TVs. We're all about the horse players. It's a new meet at Los Alamitos, but great racing is always here. Saturday and Sunday nights at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Saturday, and a lot of action starting here at the South Point. The race and sportsbook are going to be full, and people are going to be rooting and all that good stuff. It's just a great time to be here, that's for sure, because it's nice and warm in here, and it's cold out there, trust me. But this is the way it's been all across the country. As far as the weather is concerned, again, there's a lot of snow, wind, blizzard, deep freezes going on from the plains through the Midwest and making its way up to the East Coast and the Northeast. So we'll wait and see how many tracks, if any, are canceled today. Could be a lot for the weather. As far as California and Southern California today, it's going to be clear, but I can tell you this. There is a front moving in over the Northern California state right now, and it could affect the racing maybe in the next couple of days. Remember, Monday is Martin Luther King Day, and it is a racing day out at Santa Anita, so we'll wait and see how that shakes out. No show here on Monday, but remember, Santa Anita is running on Monday. Let's get started with the racing calendar. By the way, I do want to acknowledge that Dead Heat, the winning owner was Busch Racing Stable, and the winning trainer was Tim Kreiser. So we wanted to make sure they got a little bit credit for that, okay? Now let's go to the racing menu of racetracks available today, right now as we speak. Remember, these first post times we broadcast on this racing menu each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone, because these will be the first post times to roll out in our racebook right over there. So if you're listening anywhere else and you know all of the platforms that we have, we want to welcome all of you, by the way, that are listening not only at the South Point studio section of YouTube, where you can subscribe and watch and hear us each and every day, but also at our anchor radio station here in Las Vegas, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM for those here in Vegas. And of course, on our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. You get the streaming there as well. And of course, anywhere you get your podcasting, we're there too. And we will not forget your devices. I mean, you can't live without them. Your iPhones or your Androids. You go to your app store, you punch in KSHP, you get the KSHP app, and you can listen to us that way on your cell phones, cell devices, etc. All right? Anywhere, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Show. This menu, again, first post times Pacific. If you're not in it, adjust to it. I don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? Here we go. Here's the menu for today. We begin with Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park has 11 races. Hope the weather is okay there. The big Pick 6 jackpot there, too. The Rainbow Pick 6 jackpot, $240,176 at Gulfstream today. Bada bing. That's a goodie. Okay, first post time for the 11 races today at Gulfstream, 9:10. 9:10 first post at Gulfstream today. Aqueduct, the big A in New York. Well, they say the track at Aqueduct is sloppy. And, of course, that weather going through there, we can see that happening. Going to be partly cloudy, about 51 degrees at post time at Aqueduct today. Pick 6 carryover. There's a 2-day carryover now. $69,914.46 in the Pick 6 carryover at Aqueduct. Remember, it is a traditional Pick 6. First post time at Aqueduct today is 9:20. Want to remind you that the feature race today is the Basanda for 3-year-old fillies at 1 1/8 miles. This is the 6th race on the card. Only 5 go to the post. A competitive 5, though it is, although the 4-5 favorite there is Shimmering Allure with Manny Franco aboard. This race holds 20 points for the Kentucky Oaks leaderboard today. The 6th race, the Basanda at Aqueduct. First post time, 9:20 first post at Aqueduct today. Then we go to Laurel Park in Maryland. I would imagine that the weather might be a little bit off there at Laurel again today. Laurel Park has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $2,372, and their first post time at Laurel today is set at 9:25 for their 9-race card. Tampa Bay Downs has 3 stakes races today. They'll start out in the 6th race with the $50,000 Wayward Lass. 1 16 miles, fillies and mares 4-year-olds and up, a field of 6 before scratches. 7-5 favorite is Opus 42. Then the 7th race will be the $125,000 Gasparilla Stakes. 7 furlongs for 3-year-old fillies, 8 before scratches. 6-5 favorite there is Mystic Lake. And then the $125,000 Pasco Stakes for 3-year-olds at 7 furlongs is the 9th race on the card. 7 before scratches there. And the 3-2 favorite is Bookham Dano. The 9-5 second choice is West Saratoga. Bookham Dano might be scratched in that race, though. First post time at Tampa Bay for their 10-race card is at 9:30. Tampa Bay has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover today of $15,142. That at Tampa Bay today. First post time, again, 9:30. All right, then you have Oaklawn Park. Oaklawn Park has 10 races, but the weather is, I understand, pretty bad in Arkansas right now. We'll wait and see if they even get it off. Remember, they canceled the racing a couple of days ago when the weather got bad. We'll wait and see there. Oaklawn Park is set to go at 10:30. Their feature race is the $150,000 Mockingbird Stakes for 3-year-old fillies at 6 furlongs, a field of 6 before scratches. A competitive 6 that is, though, there. Tanya Showers is the 5-2 favorite in the Mockingbird. 10 races today at Oaklawn and a first post time of 10:30. 10:30 first post at Oaklawn today. Fairgrounds, New Orleans, they have 9 races at the Fairgrounds today. They got a traditional Pick 6. Not a jackpot, a regular Pick 6. That carryover, $4,911 at the Fairgrounds today. And their first post time is set at 10:45 for their 9-race card. Sunland Park, all quarter horse racing today. 9 quarter horse races, 5 of which will be trials for 3-year-olds at 400 yards. Now, Sunland Park has a couple of carryovers there. They've got a Pick 5, a regular Pick 5 carryover of $595. They got a Super High 5 carryover, $184. That at Sunland Park today, and a first post time of 11:25. Santa Anita, it's Cal Cup Day at Santa Anita. First post time is 12:30. Santa Anita has 5 stakes races on their 9-race card. It'll start out with the 4th race, the $200,000 Cal Cup Derby at a mile and a 16th for 3-year-olds. A field of 5, but again, another competitive 5 there. The 9-5 favorite is Wild Jewels. Second choice at 2-1 is Last Call London. That's the 4th. 5th race will be the $200,000 Cal Cup Oaks for 3-year-old fillies at a mile on the turf. 9 go to the post before scratches. The 5-2 favorite there is Grand Slam Smile. And then you have the 7th race, which is the $150,000 Sunshine Millions Filly Mare Turf Sprint at 6.5 furlongs on the turf for 4-year-olds and up. A field of 8 in that race. The 5-2 favorite is Stay and Scam. Stay and Scam is the favorite there. Another competitive race, though, the Sunshine Millions Filly Mare Turf on the sprint. The $150,000 Cal Cup Sprint is the 8th race, 6 furlongs for 4-year-olds and up. A field of 5. Again, compact 5. This one has a big favorite, though. At 2-5 on the morning line is the Chosen Brawn, but he'll meet his main nemesis again in that race. Brickyard Ride is also in it, so that'll be a good Cal Cup Sprint today. 9 races at Santa Anita culminates with the 9th and final race, the $200,000 Unusual Heat Turf Classic, a mile and 1/8 on the turf for 4-year-olds and up. A field of 10, 6-5 favorite there is Kings River Night with Juan Hernandez aboard. Big day of racing out at Santa Anita. First post time is 12:30. Don't forget, that's part of the Coast to Coast Pick 5 along with Gulfstream Park today. First post again at Santa Anita, 12:30 today. 12:30 at Santa Anita. All right, and then we go to Golden Gate Fields in Northern California. Golden Gate has 9 races. Their first post time is at 12:45. 12:45 at Golden Gate. And let's see, they have a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $9,039, and a first post time again at Golden Gate at 12:45. Turfway Park. We were talking about the full fields there. They continue there at Turfway Park. Their feature race is the $125,000 Likely Exchange Stakes at a mile for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. That's 11 in that race before any scratches. And again, Turfway is in that part of the country where there's really bad weather, but they do have that synthetic racetrack there. The favorite in the Likely Exchange is Lukewarm at 5-2, Flashy Gem. Post time for the 9 races at Turfway Park today is set at 2:55. 2:55 at Turfway Park. Pick 6 jackpot carryover there, $24,661. Delta Downs has 9 races. Their first post time is 3:05. Charlestown has 8 races. Charlestown has a first post time at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock at Charlestown today with a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $1,744. We wrap it up with Los Alamitos in Southern California. 9 races at Los Al. 2 thoroughbreds, 4 mixed breed, 3 quarter horse. That's the 9-race menagerie at Los Alamitos with the first post time of 6 p.m. 6 p.m. at Los Al. And that is your busy Saturday racing venue. Wow, a lot of stuff going on. All right, time to get out to Jonathan Hardoon. Jonathan Hardoon's going to stand on his soapbox for just a moment. There was an inquiry yesterday that you didn't quite agree with. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. What I didn't like is that they said, well, he slightly interfered. That was the announcement from Frank Miramani. And on Sunday, when they took a horse down, I would say that was a slight interference too. But that one was down yesterday, they left. But yesterday was a unanimous decision. So as we discussed on Wednesday, unanimous decisions, I have no complaints with. What could I do? I guess the pan shot looked a lot worse than it really was.
You know, there has been a lot of questioning about the officiating in the NFL this year, and a lot always at the racetrack when you have the stewards making decisions that sometimes with gamblers there, you know, sometimes you win the inquiry, sometimes you don't. As long as they're consistent, that's the only thing we care about. And even Caton Bradar, who works, of course, for the television network there at Fairgrounds, was critical about an inquiry at the Fairgrounds doing the same thing. She said a horse was disqualified yesterday for a slight brush, or was not, but the day before.
Yesterday they took the horse down. On Thursday,
they left him up.
Or worse, they left him up.
Yeah. So
that's all we ask is for consistency, and we don't get it. Well, one thing we get, consistently bad calls. That's what we get.
And that again is Jonathan's opinion. Now I'm really going to turn up the fire under him. Bob Baffert, it seems, all of his 3-year-olds, his top 3-year-olds, under his care, if they do not leave his barn by the 29th of this month, that is exactly 16 days from today, if they are not under the care of another trainer, those horses will be banned from running in the Kentucky Derby on the first Saturday in May. So they're making that decision by the end of this month, and you know how many good 3-year-olds he has. What the heck?
You talk about election interference. Well, this is Derby interference. I mean, this is January, and they're telling you now that the horses have to be moved. Not only that, Ralph, this is a critical point in all these horses' career. If they're pointing towards the Triple Crown races, you can't take them away from Baffert. I mean, you want to suspend him, and even the suspension is ridiculous. They gave him a crime 3 years ago. He served us 2 years. It's enough. You can't just keep moving the goalposts and adding to the suspension. This is crazy. I mean, this is really like, I don't believe in lawsuits for everything, but I think this is really a case of really, they're abusing their power and what they do. Listen, I'm not here to apologize for Baffert or defend Baffert, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. This is 1,000% wrong.
Yeah, there's no question about that, you know, if they want to continue the ban, that's one thing, but having the horses under his care have to leave his care with all these other big races yet to come and all of the work that he did to get them to this point, to turn it over to somebody else seems to be unfair. We'll wait and see. Maybe he will file another lawsuit. And again, here we go again. All this stuff making its way into the courts. All right, now let's get back to some horse racing, buddy. You gave us a nice winner yesterday in the last race at Santa Anita, just in the nick of time. We get that win. And so we're going to parlay that to today. What do you got for picks?
Okay, let's look at Aqueduct and look at their 8th race today. And the number 10 horse in here, full disclosure, my son owns this horse, Ralph. He was claimed last January, and the day he claimed him, he won by 21 lengths. So we really thought he claimed a terrific horse. Turns out the next 5 races, he was beaten by a combined 85 lengths, so everyone wasn't too happy. However, they did a lot of work on this horse. They turned things around. He's now won 3 in a row. He's a nose away from having won 4 in a row. He absolutely loves water. The track is sloppy. He's stepping up today. He's listed at 5-1 on the morning line. Rajiv Marao aboard to ride. Number 10, Mama's Gold, wins today's 8th race at Aqueduct.
That's a nice taking care of Mama there. In the 8th race, number 10, Mama's Gold is Jonathan Hardoon's pick at Aqueduct. And Jonathan, I got to ask you real quick. I know you emphasized a horse in the Basanda a couple of days ago, but again, the Basanda, how's that look?
The 4-5 favorite looks like she has them over a barrel, Shimmering Allure. Kenny McPeak sends out this 3-year-old filly, and all she does is run well. She had a race at Aqueduct last time out on a wet track. She got beat, but she ran super that race. She's clearly the best horse in the race. The problem is she's going to be a short price, but she is a single for pick 6 players.
And pick 5s, by the way.
Yes.
And you can start her as a single in the late pick 4. That's not bad.
There you go.
Okay.
Put all your eggs in the basket.
There we go. Put the eggs in the basket and hope the price doesn't go up. Okay. Ready? Santa Anita next? Is that it?
Yeah. Santa Anita race 7, 6.5 furlongs down the hillside turf course. This is one of the Sunshine Million races. It's for fillies and mares. And I love the number 2 horse in here, Rose Maddox, a 5-year-old mare from the Steve Miotti barn. She's run well down the hill in the past. I like the rider switch today to Flavian Pratt. This is also part of the coast-to-coast pick 5, so this is a single. Number 2, Rose Maddox, wins today's 7th race out at Santa Anita.
All right, the Sunshine Millions, Filly Mare Turf Sprint at 6.5 furlongs. Jonathan says, put a circle around number 2, Rose Maddox, the 2, Rose Maddox with Flavian Pratt in the 7th race today at Santa Anita. Again, Jonathan's doing a lot of work. He's got 4 racetracks, Oaklawn, Gulfstream, Santa Anita, and Aqueduct, full sheets there. Tell them where to get it, Jonathan.
You go to the website at JONHARDOON.com.
And one thing about Jonathan we like on the show, he rarely has an opinion. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Stay safe and be well.
All right, you got it, my man. All right, coming up next, we got Rich Yang standing on deck. He's got a little thought about a couple of football games today and a horse race as well, so don't go away. We're rocking and rolling on this Saturday show right here from cold Las Vegas, but beautiful, warm, and perfect in the race and sports books here at the South Point, and of course, right here in the South Point studio. Remember to go to South Point Studio on YouTube and hit subscribe. It's free, and we'd love to have you join us as part of the team. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Born from the tragedy of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to helping our nation's heroes and their families in their darkest hours. When a first responder or veteran doesn't return home and leaves behind a young family, Tunnel to Towers supports them. The foundation pays off their mortgages and lifts their financial burdens through their Gold Star Family Home Program and Fallen First Responder Home Program. Through their Smart Home Program, catastrophically injured veterans and first responders regain their independence with a mortgage-free home, specially adapted to meet their unique physical needs. Tunnel to Towers also provides housing assistance and services to our nation's homeless veterans through their Homeless Veteran Program. They are helping more than 2,000 in 2023 because no veteran should be living on the streets of the country they signed up to protect. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good and never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices made by our nation's heroes. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas right now. Time to go to Rich Yang standing by. He is, of course, our guru when it comes to football and horse racing as well. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie.
Well, it's cold here. I know that. but it's really cold in the two places they'll be playing football today. However, the Cleveland Browns will take on the Houston Texans at 1:30, and it doesn't matter how cold it is there for play purposes because it's a domed stadium they'll be in. But the second one, Kansas City at home, they say by the time they kick off that game, the temperature on the field should be 0 degrees. Oh, man.
Yeah, and you notice they schedule the game at night too. So say if it was cold in the daytime in the sunshine, it's going to be even colder at night. So bundle up, boys. You know what? I want to count the over/under of how many fans in the Kansas City stands will be taking their shirts off, and then the TV cameras pan in on them.
Yeah.
There's always a few heads to do that in freezing weather.
Yeah. Well, they can go ahead and do that as far as I'm concerned. I remember one time when you and I left the Breeders' Cup. I think that was the year that Ali Sheba won it, and we went up to Cincinnati and took in a Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game and very cold weather. And boy, I'll never forget that. That's for sure. But in any case, the Kansas City and Dolphins game is going to be on Peacock, only exclusively on Peacock. But listen up, folks. You can come here to the South Point and watch this game free of charge. Just walk in the door. Your car even parks free. Just come on in, sit down, have a drink or two, watch the game, maybe place a bet on the game, and don't worry about subscribing to Peacock because they're going to have this game here in the book today. It kicks off here in Las Vegas at 5:15. Richie, what do you say? Anything today for the games?
I'm going to give out both games real quick, Ralph.
All right.
The first game is 141-142, the Cleveland Browns against the Texans. The Texans, quite frankly, are taking a preponderance of the betting. The line is -2, Cleveland favored, but a lot of Texans money. But I'm going to take what they call is the bookmakers side. The bookmakers probably need Cleveland. They're out of the AFC, which is the strongest division in pro football. And also their defense, I think, is the best unit on the field. So let's go with 141 Cleveland in the first game, -2 over the Texans.
And what about that second game in the frozen rotunda of Kansas City?
Well, this is a game where I'm going to go more with the public. The Chiefs' opening line was -3.5. It's been bet up to -4.5. The Dolphins have so many injuries, especially on the defensive side of the football. Tua, I think, is going to have a real tough time throwing in this weather. Let's go with the Chiefs, 144, -4.5 over Miami.
And I can tell you this: I saw an interview with the quarterbacks about the temperature at game time, and Mahomes, not a problem. But the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins says, well, we'll see. He's not used to that type of weather. So all he says is we'll see how we can adapt when they kick off the game. So good enough for there, that's for sure. More games tomorrow, but we've got a Cal Cup Day at Santa Anita. Your selections for Santa Anita available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Richie, what are you going to do for us today? Your horse ran second. It gave us a Siraco Exacta box yesterday in the first race. Let's get a winner today.
Yeah, like I've said on prior shows, Ralph, the key is to try to give out live horses. That horse was live. And
Sure.
we made some teamed up with Jerry's horse in the first race.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Let's go to race 9. It is 9 furlongs on the turf. It's the unusual heath. And I'll tell you what, I think I have a nice price play for us, Ralph. Number 7, Alligato, 6-1 in the morning line, switches to Flavion Pratt. The angle for me is the fact that the distance, I think this horse is built to really finish at 9 furlongs. I think some of the other horses may be vulnerable in the final 100 yards. Let's see if Pratt can run them all down to the stretch. Number 7, Alligato in race 9 at Santa Anita.
All right, you got it. In the ninth and final race today at Santa Anita, the final of the Cal Cup racing stakes races today, the Unusual Heat Turf Classic. You like the 7, Alligato. Number 7, Alligato with Flavion Pratt aboard. Let's put them in the winner's circle in the ninth and final. Thanks a lot, Richie. We will talk to you tomorrow with more pigskin and horse race predictions. Thanks, my man.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All righty. We'll be right back with John Lindo and Jerry J. Remember, if you want Richie's selections for Santa Anita, it's available at the racedaylasvegas.com website right now. Just click his icon and you'll get it. We also have a special South Point studio page now on the racedaylasvegas.com websites. So if you go there and you hit the South Point Studios icon at the top of the page, you'll get us as well. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Live Nighttime racing at Los Alamitos is in swing every Saturday and Sunday with action-packed thoroughbred racing and thrilling quarter horse racing every night. And as always, Los Alamitos features night racing's best bets, like our early and late pick fours. Last Sunday night, the early pick four pool was nearly $190,000, while the late pick four had a pool of nearly $180,000. And remember, Los Alamitos still offers the $10,000 pick six promo on Sunday nights if there's not a carryover. Our total pick six pools average over $60,000 each racing night. Enjoy the best of daytime simulcast racing at Los Alamitos with luxury-filled indoor seating locations in the beautiful Vessels Club. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. Plus, we have the fun and convenient Burgart Sports Bar with a large wagering area and wall-to-wall big screen TVs. We're all about the horse players. It's a new meet at Los Alamitos, but great racing is always here. Saturday and Sunday nights at Los Alamitos.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Saturday, wrapping up a busy day and a busy day on the show and a busy day in the book here. And we are now going to John Lindo standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, my man. You know, our one of our shows, the Punchline Show with Frank Nicotero, did a little piece yesterday. He went into the book and picked up a Linda report, bet your horse in that race for the little spot that he's doing on his show, probably Monday, and he your horse ran second, and so to the favorite, and so you know, he was happy about all of that and that stuff there. But if he'd have played the entire Linda report yesterday, he'd have made money, that's for sure, because that's one of the races that you know your horse ran second instead. As a matter of fact, in the right up to now, from the beginning of this Santa Anita meeting, there's been 74 races. You've had 25 winners out of 74 races in this run for a 33.4% win base. And the ROI on all of those is $1.09 return for every dollar bet. So you not only made 9 cents on every dollar, but you beat the breakage as well. So Frank just got a bad beat by picking the wrong race.
Well, that happens. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
We're just trying to put live horses out there for our folks at the South Point.
And it was live because the favorite was a dead favorite, and your horse was getting to him, but he just couldn't. And again, like we tell people, we're looking for value as well. That's for sure. All right, today at Santa Anita, the Cal Cup Day. Listen, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Chris Berman 2-minute drill. We're going to go over the Cal Cup races. Don't need to get a pick from you because people can get the Linda report covering all the races today at Santa Anita, plus the suggested late pick 4, plus the coast-to-coast pick 5. All of that on one sheet right here at the South Point Racebook, free of charge exclusively. But I want to get an overview of the races real quick. We'll start off as they will roll out today. The Cal Cup Derby will be the 4th race. How you see it?
Well, Last Call London and Stolen Treasure ran 1-2 over at Los Alamitos last time in the stakes race over there. Stolen Treasure's gotten better around 2 turns. He's the controlling speed in here. The Northern Cal shipper Wild Jules will be pressing him. I'm a little worried about Wild Jules because he tries to lug out, and you got to watch out. I don't know if he's going to handle the turns. I think Last Call London falls in a good trip. That's the race, but they've got to catch Stolen Treasure.
All right, rolling along, the 5th race will be the Cal Cup Oaks on the Turf for 3-year-old fillies.
Only question here is if number 9, Grand Slam Smile, can handle the grass. She's came down to Southern California, dominated in the evening jewel at the meet in October, and she's hits really hard against Cowbreds. She'll handle 2 turns. She's bred to get it. If she handles the turf, she's fine. She's going to have to catch number 2, Prancing Through Paris, and number 4, Asada Fries is the proven turf rider. So those are the 3 headliners in that race. That's the Cal Cup Oaks.
All right, 7th race is the Sunshine Millions Filly Mare Turf Sprint, and at 6.5 furlongs.
Jonathan Hardoon's horse, Rose Maddox, the one to beat. She's proven down the hillside. She's got good tactical speed. Chancery Way drew a good post, number 8 in here for the Northern California connection. She'll be pressing the pace, and she'll get first run. She'll probably be in front when they hit the grass in the stretch, and she's game, so she's got a chance in here. 2 horses from off the pace, Stay and Scam and Madiha. They're the late runners in a good race, but Rose Maddox, a little bit of an edge here in the 7th race. That's the Sunshine Millions Filly Mare Sprint.
All right, John, the next race is going to be a fun race to watch. It's only 5 horses in the race, the Cal Cup Sprint at 6 furlongs, but you got one of the favorite horses of all time is right now on the racetrack, the Chosen Braun, and Brickyard Ride is going to probably give him all he can get.
Well, the Chosen Braun's won 9 stakes out of his last 10 starts. The only loss was in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. You can forgive that. Back in with Cowbreds here. He's 2-5 on the morning line for a reason. He likes Santa Anita. He is obviously the one to beat. I think the only way they can beat him, maybe if number 5, Brickyard Ride, can shake loose on a big lead early. He's fit coming out of a route race, so you just send him and see how far he'll run. But if they're anywhere close, the Chosen Braun's going to be running at him, and there's a reason he's got a lot of ones by his name. He just wins races.
All right, John, of course, we're going to get to your pick in just a moment, but we go to the 9th and final race, the 5th in the Cal Cup races today, the Unusual Heat Turf Classic on the turf at 1 1/8 miles.
Well, number 5, Kings River Knight, is the 6-5 morning line favorite, but I think he's vulnerable. I don't know if he wants to go 1 1/8 miles. He had every chance last year and gave up the ghost late, and I think number 3, Valley's Charm, will be the speed of the race, and he has won twice going 9 furlongs today's distance. Catch him to win this race. Richie Yang's horse, Alligator, won this race in 2022, was second last year. So he obviously likes this race and likes the distance, likes the course. And Carmelita's Man, if they go too fast, from way back at 5-1 on the program, number 2, he's the late runner. But interesting race. I'm going to try and get Valley's Charm to go wire to wire there.
All right, John, as I say, you can get the Lindo report with his official selections in all of the races today at Santa Anita, plus a coast-to-coast pick 5 selection as well, all on one comprehensive sheet right here at the South Point. The Lindo report, free of charge, only here in Las Vegas at the South Point Racebook. They love horse players, and they love John as well. John, look at your horse was photoed out of the 3rd-place finishes yesterday in the opener at Santa Anita. If he got there, we'd have hit the Siraco trifecta as well. But that horse was live as well, and like you say, we're just looking for live horses. What are we doing today for an official pick?
Race 3 today at Santa Anita. In the 3rd race, number 6, Voulin, has gotten good since moving to the dirt. Comes off of 2 wins in a row, both at a mile. Shortens up to 7 furlongs today. I don't think the difference in distance is going to matter. Rider switched to Dettori with Tyler Bay sitting out for a HISA suspension today. A fair price in here at 5. I think it's 5-1. Number 6, Voulin, race number 3, Santa Anita.
That's what the morning line says, 5-1. We'll wait and see how it ends up in the betting pools, that's for sure. But in the 3rd race, number 6, Voulin, the 6th is John Lindo's play in the 3rd at Santa Anita. And, John, aren't you glad that you're in Southern California with the weather today?
Fast and firm in the race book of the South Point, Ralph.
You got it, my man. And by the way, you'll have a Monday sheet for Santa Anita, the running on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, even though we don't have a show. And we'll just definitely use the Lindo report for Monday as well. It's going to be a fun day of racing, that's for sure. Hey, thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right. Now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz standing by. Jerry is here, and look at this. No cap on Jerry today. Good morning, Jerry.
Yeah, no, just me.
Just you. Just this is just the Jerry. Well, Jerry, I was just commenting to John Lindo, if his horse would have won the photo for 3rd place in the 1st race, we'd have had a Siraco trifecta. Your horse won the 1st race yesterday, paid a nice $9.20, and with one of your link-ups and Rich Eng's horse selection as well, finishing 2nd, We got the you got the dollar exact as well at $13.30, and it was a hell of a finish in that first race at Santa Anita.
It was, and it came up our way, so that was good. And I think we had a pretty good play over at Aqueduct as well yesterday.
You did. Your horse ran second at Aqueduct, but with the link ups, and when we're always saying to take the reverse play as well, the link up reverse play with a $9.10 winner, that dollar reverse exacta paid $18.40, was not bad for a buck.
No, and there's another great example of being a little wrong and very right.
Exactly, and that's what we want to do. You want to make sure that if our horses finish first or second, we're alive for something, that's for sure. That's just a good philosophy of money management and gambling, right?
Correct.
All right, let's get started. Let's go to Aqueduct today with a 2-day carryover in their pick 6, by the way. And I have no idea what the weather is going to be like at Aqueduct. They say the track's they're going to say the track's starting out sloppy.
Yeah, it is sloppy, and I think the precipitation's going to stop, but they got it all night long, so it's going to be sloppy, and maybe at the end of the day it'll turn to good, but we'll see. We're going to go to the 8th race today, Ralph, for number 10, Mama's Gold, listed at an unbelievable 5-1. This colt has suddenly. This colt has had talent, and I think they found the issue that caused him some problems, and he's just running race after race. That's just fantastic. And you see this kind of form very rarely. I call it ultra form, and I'll just stay with him as long as he's on a winning streak. I'm going to stick with him going up in class. Just even to mention that, I'm going to take the 10, Mama's Gold. Make a good win bet here. Play the 10 with the 1, 3, 4, and 11. Use the exactas reverses for my place bet. But the 10, that's my feature play and pop out key and in race number 8 at Aqueduct.
Well, ding, ding, ding. For the second day in a row, you and Jonathan land on the same horse in the same race. So we got another handicapper's good housekeeping seal of approval on this horse. In the 8th race, you also like number 10, Mama's Gold. The 10, your link-ups are 1, 3, 4, and 11 and reverse. But Mama's Gold hopefully will get the gold in the 8th race today at Aqueduct. What about Santa Anita?
We're going to go to the. I just want to quickly mention that big engine yesterday at Aqueduct. That's 2 times in a row we've used him on the show, and 2 times in a row he's come in second, and we hit the exacta both times. So the key horse, think about it as a key horse and what he can do.
Yeah, definitely. That's a goodie.
Okay, let's go to the first. I seldom, as you know, Ralph, I seldom go to 1-number horses, but this is the second time this year I'm coming to a 1-number horse. This is Traveling Show, the 9 horse, who basically was just given a tour of the course at Los Alamitos, had the 1 post swung wide. I think this is a turfer. Gets blinkers, gets Lasix, gets turf for the first time. That's a lot of things. I think he's pointed really nicely for this race, and I think he's good enough. I like the 9 at 6-1 in race number 1. I'm playing the 9 over the 1, 3, 7, 8, and 10. Doing my reverses 1, 3, 7, 8, and 10. This is a good win place bet to me. The 9 at 6-1. Wow, in the first at Santa Anita.
So you think that maybe he just got a trial run at Los Alamitos, got tightened up and ready for a big race in the first race, Santa Anita. Again, first post time is 12:30. You like the 9 Traveling Show with Mr. Kimura aboard. The 9, a big spread there with 5 horses. You like the 9 over 1, 3, 7, 8, and 10 and reverse. But the 9 at a nice 6-1 on the morning line might be a good play just to win as well, Jerry.
Right, and don't make the spread even. You know, some should have $1, some should have maybe $10. You know, you mean have to look at
the bet itself should be very as reflective of the odds and the payoffs.
Correct.
Okay, good. First race, the 9 is Jerry's play. That's for sure. Remember, you can get the power pages for all of Santa Anita and all of Aqueduct today at jerryjspowerpage.com. Look, we got a big day here at the South Point. In the sports book, we got the 2 football games. Yes, you can come watch the second game. You don't have to subscribe to Peacock. You can get the second game here as well. Great racing around the country. Cal Cup Day, as well as Point Getter, Busanda for the Kentucky Oaks at Aqueduct. And, of course, any other race that you like and you can hit, that's a great day at the races as well. So you come join us, that's for sure. In the meantime, Sports by the Book will be here in about a half an hour, and they'll take a look at the football games as well. Jerry's got one more thing to say, and he's going to say it right now.
Have a great race day, everybody.